Welcome to Deb's Thing, everyone. This is Debbie. I created this. It was on the end of a piece of it was, of the initial design was on the end of my hook for a little while, acting as a little flag, because I was contemplating whether I was going to like it as a design. So I gave it a shot. I just used colors that, I don't use as much as the orange. But I wound up liking it. And there's a bracelet I've done, which I haven't put on yet. Fortunately, I was able to get a few already to upload, so I can do that at my leisure. But it's called GLAM SLAM. I was thinking of calling it glamorous, but I didn't think it quite had the glamorous factor, but my daughter thought it was glamorous. So it's called GLAM SLAM, and this is pretty much the basic same design, except the C-bands are going to be looped back a little bit differently, in different order. So I'm calling this glamorous, and it's a little chaotic, a little, unruly. And this is the opposite side, which I think looks really cool. So I would consider this reversible. So we are going to be using the standard 3-bar staggered pin design, bar design, or setup. Any old words come out of my mouth. And for the teal, whoops, I did this backwards. Yeah, I did this. No, I didn't. I'm confused. What am I doing? I think I'm going to do this backward. Different. I think. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm going to be using the glow-in-the-dark blue for the B color, which I realize I don't have nearly enough out. The orange I'm going to be using, I guess it's Sweet's navy blue. It doesn't look very navy to me, so it's like a mid-blue. Now the color C is going to have a need to be really stretchy, so definitely don't use a Sweets color. If it doesn't have a lot of stretch, so for that I'm going to use the standard opaque. It's not olive, it's one of the colors in the camo pink mix. And then the fourth color, which is actually a cap, so you don't have to worry about that, I'm going to be using the Sweets yellow. So before we begin, I'm going to go grab a bunch more of that B color, because you will be using quite a few of those. And it's just a nice little kind of like leaping it out of from a cap, so there's not a whole lot of stress to be placed on those. So we will start by placing, let's see, I'm going to do a measure, pull out a little bit. Okay. I'll make sure I'm getting better at staying in the frame. So this is, as you know, will be for my extension later on, since I am not making these with the extra bars at the end to make it longer. And we are going to go to the left and to the right, then up, and then up on each side. Now we are going to place the B color bands. We are going to go one down to the left, down to the right, and you're going to want to push these down. Make sure these stay pushed down, because a lot of bands will be going there. Up to the left, up to the right. Now after this initial setup, this will be the sequence for the rest of the loom until we get to the two at the end that have to go like that. So A band to the left, A band to the right. E down to the left, down to the right, up to the left, and up to the right. I'll show it one more time, and then I will show you quickly where it's to end at, and you can choose to finish it off on your own or wait for me to show you those last couple of bands. So that was color A to the, on the left and right, and then the B down to the left and down to the right, up to the left and up to the right. So hopefully that's not too hard to follow, and I will see you in a flash. I hope I'm not making a mistake in using the glow in the dark for the edge, the contrast in rigidity and elasticity and with the sweets, but you know me, a wild child. Just give it a shot, right? Not really. Anyways, as I said, when I came to the end, I would show you, just do your last like little X sequence there, and then finish it off by just mimicking this end with your I guess connector bands. Now the next couple of steps are really easy. We're going to take our C color, and remember this has to be a very trustworthy stretchy band, because I think if it snaps, it's I think it's kind of like, I don't think there's any easy pulling it off, pulling it apart and replacing that broken band. Some designs you can do that, other designs are a nightmare. I'm just going to do this really quickly since it takes a few seconds to place that. I'd like to be off camera as much as possible, do little segments that I know weren't interrupted by something and my phone didn't ring and somebody didn't walk through the door or whatever. Plus it's easier for me to put a lot of these bands on when I'm more relaxed and sitting straight up. So finally, we are going to double these over, the double caps. I just like to twist it and then roll it on. If you need to twist it once on your hook and then put it on, but you know what, if you're using these sweets, which again, using such a thick band, how it's going to interact with the construction of this bracelet, we will know. I feel like I'm always doing a guinea pig experiment. Only no animals are harmed in the making of this. I would hurt somebody if they hurt an animal. No, I wouldn't, but I would scold them severely, because if I hurt them, then I would just be the same as they would be. I would hope I would not lower myself to doing something I disapproved of or despised. I know, here I go rambling again. Stick to business. I'm homebound. I don't have anybody to talk to. I just started in the makeup section. Some guy who was returning to his old rock and roll roots after his daughter was grown up. He'd put it to the side, and he had a makeup question. That I'm in Walmart like once a year, although I was looking for something for me because my husband can't really pick out makeup, and I didn't really know what I wanted, so how could I tell him to get it for me, right? So we start talking and talking, and I'm putting the cap on that last one, which is the same color as my A. Bands up the side. And I don't know, we just got, it was like one subject jumped to another. I had a 25-minute conversation leaning heavily on my cart My blood pressure drops when I stand and my heart rate goes up really high, so that's all enough of that, but that's why I lean. It's hard to stand. So, back to business. Again, I'm going to be doing a little oddball looping order. The C-band is on the top, but we are going to take our cap and the C-band, pull them apart, pull them away, and grab the A. And hold your finger on it if you need to. And we're doing the A's first, and then, let's see, I'm using my hands. Let me think here. Then we are going to place our C-band up. Now we're going to reach, if you can see that, I've got the cap and the C-band pulled away. I'm going to reach and grab this bottom left. Okay, they are sticky, so while you're not pulling on, you know, a lot of tension, you might want to coax them out with your other finger, just because they, you know, if you've used these before, they don't slide against the plastic. Okay. So I put the 2 A bands out, I did the C, then I took the 4 B colors out in order of whichever one was on top. And so now I'm going to do up each side, just one section. And then we are going to reach and see this little, the C-band. We are going to stretch it over to here. And probably try to get it below the cap so that the caps will pop out. And I said I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but it looks neater. Yeah. Not that I look at some of you guys when you post your pictures. Some of you have such beautiful, neatly looped bands, and I don't seem. Neatness is not my forte. I mean, orderliness. When I was super ordered and neat in that respect, but like sewing little stitches, and you know, I guess maybe what I liked oil painting. I always did these detailed pencil sketches, but I did a lot of the smudging and stuff. So you kind of work at it till you get it the way you want it, instead of having to be super precise. Okay, then, as you see, if you're following me, I'm not talking. I did the 4 bands out, the 4 B bands. I'm reaching and getting the A's, which you might want to encourage because they are tight. If you're using the sweets, they really make it hard to pull that out. Okay, and then lastly, we bring the C band. Okay, so I'll show it one more time. We are going to reach past the cap and the C band, grab the B that goes to the bottom left if you followed my order of placement. It's whichever one's on top, and then you just do the others. The other 4, or the other 3 after that one. Do the outers, the A bands. We will see if I kind of, you know, I just wanted it subtle. I mean, this is very contrasty, but I wanted to see what it looked like with similar, more subtle colors. Let's see how that would look. Probably doesn't look quite, won't be as glamorous as this the blue, the orange, and the teal. Okay, make sure I don't lose track of this one. Sometimes it's a little hard, but it's actually easier with the fat, sweet bands as the caps. So okay, since this is unique, I think I'm going to do it one more time. Reach past the cap and pull the green, or the C band. Reach and grab the B that's on the top, and then proceed to loop out the rest of your bees out from the center to their home pegs in the order of whatever one's on top. And then after that, you grab the A color on either side of this section, the segment, and then finally we find the C color and bring it on up forward, very gently. This doesn't look like I remember the way these bands are, so I might be coming up with something different. I don't know, we will see when we pull it off. Here is our almost fully looped loom. I really like the design it makes. As I've said before, I think these patterns that all these bands make when they're looped is really cool. So I did the last sequence, finishing it with bringing the C band up here. So now all we have to do is pull our 2 connector bands onto our final peg, our pin or post. Okay, now we are going to make our extension for those of you who need to. As you saw, I just reached in and grabbed the other half of that extension band. I don't have, it's like, do I need to stick a note on my forehead? And I turn it upside down and pull it through those 2 loops, turn it upside up, and place the band, other half on there. I forgot my clip, so I will have to grab it in a second. So I do the same thing so that I have 5 on this side, including counting the one that was already in there. It works for my smaller wrist. I know it's redundant, I say that all the time. Okay, I have to get a clip. Okay. So I stretch it out, the band out so the clip goes on more easily. Now it's time to pull this off, and it really, I think, for these to pop out and for it to not be lopsided, it's probably important to pull it off sequentially, right down the middle. I don't know why I need to do this more than my I do this with my right hand more than my left, but right hand thumb is really okay, and hopefully I didn't break any of these. So that's this side. Pulling it off, I eased this one off, and I had to kind of pull out all these blue turquoise bands here. So that's the back side, which is cool. That's pretty. You know what it looks like? These look like waves with the blues. You know what? I might change the name of this. You never know. It's happened before. Oh, it's pretty. The two blues like that, they're like, you can see the wave pattern. And I live by the beach down in Southern California. You know, everybody around me's, not everyone, but wealthy or well into the middle class, and we just live in a very old mobile home. But it's by the beach and it has a decent breeze. Oh, speaking of breezes, my daughter, a 10-year-old, she happened to view one of my videos and she heard a lot of noise, and I didn't really realize it. I was just thinking it was kind of an electronic noise in the background, but it's my fan. So I turned it down a notch, and hopefully it's not overpowering and making some kind of buzzy, weird noise. Oh, we just lost our power. My fan just... Oh! I'm sorry. The electricity glitched on real quick and startled me. Okay. Probably not seeing this really well because it's
Mom, how
dingy
come the power went out?
I don't know. I'm finishing this up. I'm on video. Okay. So I'm going to finish this up and not freak out. It's very hot here. We're probably having one of those brownout, blackout thingies. Actually, a brownout just dims everything. So I'm just finishing up my extension here since we can play shadow puppet. So let's see, do I have this? Nope, the same way. Okay, so here we have Clamorous for now, but I just might change that. I was actually GLAM SLAM bracelet, which you haven't seen yet. I'm like, I want to change the name of that one now too, but I've already made the video. I made the little intro thing, so I don't know. So if you like this video and like this design, which I really like this, I'm loving it more and more. The pattern, the recessed B part of the B band looks really cool too. And anyhow, let your friends know, share it if you like it. Let me see your video, your finished bracelets. I guess on Instagram. At Deb's Thing, or you can find me hashtag Deb's Thing. I don't know what the difference between the @ sign and the hashtag sign. I just don't take enough time to figure that stuff out. So here we have it. And feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more of these awesome videos. I'm teasing. The heat is getting to me. The fan is off. I'm getting delirious. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.